Okay, let's be honest, guys. Have you ever traveled somewhere and saw a lot of culture shocks there? I recently traveled to a city that faced me to a lot of culture shocks, and in today's vlog, I want to share them with you. In my latest trip, I really faced a lot of things that really shocked me in this new city, and in today's vlog, I want to share them with you. So if you're interested in seeing culture shocks, be with me in today's vlog. Let's go. The driving here was terrifying. Every taxi or Uber ride felt like a roller coaster, and honestly, I thought we wouldn't make it for a few times. You know, in Tehran, because there is heavy traffic, drivers should drive slowly, and it's not that terrifying. But in great capitals, like in great cities like Isfahan, Mashhad, or Shiraz, they really drive badly, and every drive, when you get an Uber or a Snap or taxi, it's like riding a roller coaster. Me and my friend, after getting an Uber, we felt nauseous all the time, and it was horrible. It was one of the culture shocks I see in this new place. I saw in this city was that some of the spots were really famous, and I have heard a lot of things about it, but the entrance payment was really expensive and it wasn't worth visiting. I thought it got us wasting our time and it wasn't worth visiting. That's it. Whenever you ask locals the direction, they usually tell you the wrong direction, and I'm not sure if they misunderstood or don't know the right direction. It was really frustrating at times because we get lost a lot in this city, but after we found out about this fact and used Google Map and other things, it got better. But it was really shocking at first because in some cities, especially in the south area of Iran, people are really more hospitable and they want to help you, but in the city, actually they got us, me and my friends, wrong directions, and we get lost a lot of times, and it was a little shocking. I'm not sure if they didn't know the right direction or misunderstood what I was looking for, but I thought it might be that the local people usually know the famous places and don't know the other places we were looking for, especially when we were looking for Chah Haj Mirza and we asked some of the local shops to the right direction. We can't find out. They couldn't guide us to the right direction, you know. Another positive point and culture shock that I see in this new place was the kind shopkeepers. Whenever I travel to a new city as a YouTuber, whenever I want to communicate with them and ask them questions, they really are restricted and don't want to talk to me. But in this new city, Isfahan, they were really kind and they give me most useful advices for buying souvenirs, and they agree to interview with me to make some videos for you, and they were really kind. I haven't seen such behavior in any of the cities I traveled to. They were great. The city is perfect for budget travelers. If you want to travel on a budget, Isfahan is a really good option because you can find affordable hostels that you can rent them with less than $10 for a night, but they are clean and safe, and they are near the most visited places and must-see places in Isfahan, and they are really cheap and clean, and it is different in another cities like Yazd and especially Shiraz. Shiraz is really expensive for what the hell Fosh. And they are really budget friendly, and you can rent a house here for less than $10 for a night. Which I saw in this new city that was that we didn't see any beggars on the street. It was really shocking for me because in every city I traveled to, especially in Iran, I have seen a lot of beggars who beg for money, food, or other things. But in this city, but I'm sorry. But in this new city, I haven't seen any of them. we didn't see any beggars, and the town was really clean. Even we didn't see any child labor, which is really heartbreaking whenever I see them in my hometown, Tehran. I feel really sorry and pity for them, but in Isfahan, I didn't see any of them, and it was really hard for me. I hope someday we won't see any of them. Getting around the city was really affordable. Uber and taxis were really cheap, and we could explore the city with less than $1 from long distances. For example, we want to travel from the uptown to the downtown, and it got really cheap, and we could travel with less than $1, and there were thousands of drivers who wants to drive us that way, and the drivers were really polite too. As two girl travelers, we felt so safe in this city. We stayed out in late nights and walked down to our hotel lately, but as a new city we felt so safe, and we didn't. It's really rare to feel this safe in a new city, so it was really relaxing for us as two girls to walk in the streets and see new places even in the midnight, and we could be relaxed and get back to our hostel after that. One of the biggest surprises I saw in this new city was how clean it was. It was really clean, and people cooperate with each other to keep the town clean, and everywhere we went was spotless. You can't see any cigarette filter on the ground or any trash. It was really clean, and I wasn't expected that actually. I will tell you the positive shocks at first, and we will talk about the negative shocks, which really surprises me at the end, because this city I visited lately was really great, and I just want to discuss the positive culture shocks at first and then the negative one. This city is so safe even in the midnight, and it's a perfect match for night owls like me who wants to explore the city whenever the night comes, and loves to explore the city and walk in the streets in midnights. It's really safe and alive, and you can feel safe whenever you walk the streets, and you don't have to worry about anything, you know. For example, it's almost 12 o'clock in the morning, and you can see how crowded the main square of the city is, and you can see people are walking and talking, and some of the families are spending time with each other, and it's really safe, and I'm not worried about turning back to my place because this is the busiest hours of the day and I don't have to worry about something. And you can see the local shops are still open now, even it's late in the night, and if it was in Tehran they were closed long time ago at 9 p.m. But here in the main square of the city they are still open, and you feel safe whenever you walk by, and they are all lit up, and there is nothing to worry about. One of the most surprising things, it was weird at all, was that some of the places I visited in this new city was more expensive than the capital of Iran. The entrance payment for them is really expensive, and sometimes it didn't worth it at all. And you could do a lot more with that money. I felt unexpected and a little shocking. Some of the places weren't worth it to pay a lot of money to visit that. Some of the places where some of my friends suggested me to visit them were really expensive and luxury, and it wasn't really necessary to see these places because whenever you enter that place, me as an Iranian felt the difference between the incomes of people, and it was really shocking, and I wasn't really good with it. I felt really better when I'm with normal people within the traditional bazaars and cheaper food. And the next video is about the places you should not visit at Isfahan, and if you are interested in knowing the place where you shouldn't waste your time at visiting them, you should see our next video. The link is on the description. I don't know. Okay.